Okay, so now we are talking about the control phase, and in the control phase, what we're doing is this is where we hand the process off to the owner of the process. We want to make sure they have full ownership and that they can sustain the process. In this case, this being my company, I'll be receiving this as well, but there'll be others in the company who will have to receive parts of this process. We want to make sure that there's good control measures in place so that the improvements stick. That's really the goal, is we want them to stick. So a few things that we've identified that can be done. You've heard some of the improvements that we're looking at, but for the huddles, which we view as one of the easier and more important improvement steps that we can take, that we do a 2-week, 4-week, 6-week review on those, that we just check in and make sure that they're going as they should be, and also that we provide guidance to the teams for how to do those huddles so that they're achieving their goal, and so that they don't start to veer off into chatter and those kinds of things, but so that 5 or 10 minutes is really worthwhile and having its effect for both the employees and the managers to make sure that the communication is improved early in the day at, let's say, 8:30. So that's one piece of the control phase. Another one is developing the SharePoint model to really precisely get in on tracking these write-offs. Lauren mentioned that some of the data wasn't characterized or categorized, and part of it is that the data just needs to be more precisely refined, and so one of the ways we want to do that is making sure that we've got precise tracking mechanism, and the expectation is that will happen in SharePoint. That's going to take some effort, and so that's an important piece going forward, that SharePoint model get developed, and that may be its own Kaizen just in developing that SharePoint model to make sure that the write-offs are tracked well. Another item is doing a 30, 60, 90 review of the write-off thresholds, just to make sure that process is really taken hold, that the PMs are doing the handoff to the principals, and that the principals are actually doing those write-off reviews and approvals for that lower threshold down from 1,000 to 500. So we'll want to check that at the 1 month, 2 month, and 3 month points. And then finally, looking at a schedule for the role playing. So for some of that conflict resolution and learning how to deal with challenging topics with the clients. We believe that a schedule of about every 6 months or 12 months, some form of role playing ought to happen within the company, just to keep those topics and the techniques fresh on the minds of the project managers. So that wraps up our DMAIC and our project, and I'm personally looking forward to seeing this be successful for our company. Thank you very much.